Hello everyone and welcome back to another review video. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the old Frontier Airlines Crockett the Raccoon A319 Airport Playset. So this is the rarest version of the three Frontier Airlines models that Realtoy made, with the other two being the Hector, the Otter A319, and the newer Spot the Jaguar A321. So technically the molds of all three of these planes are the A320 molds, but the specific livery design on each aircraft isn't actually the A320. Both of the older liveries are the liveries that were used on the A319s, and then the newest Spot the Jaguar livery is currently used on Frontirr's A321. So, but this playset, this specific playset of the Crockett the Raccoon livery, this specific playset is actually the rarest version of the two playsets that were made. The other playset, which is slightly more common, is pretty much looks exactly like the box for the Hector, the Otter livery, with pretty much it's just white with the silver Frontier logo on it, and then kind of the plain. And same thing with the back of the box. The box art pretty much looks exactly the same. And also, that playset does not have a kind of a stock image of the playset on there as well. And it also comes with one extra vehicle, which was the kind of the tow tug in it in the other playset. I'm not really sure if that playset really is more newer or older. I think they were made around the same time, and I don't really know why there are two different playsets made. But this was the playset version that was not made as long. And is more rare, actually. I got this playset off of eBay a couple months ago, and it actually was my first time seeing this specific playset listed on eBay, even though I've been collecting for a little over 3 years now, and I actually have never seen this playset before. So this is my favorite version, considering it's definitely more colorful than kind of what the other one would look like. Pretty much the other one would just be plain white, and this one has the green coloring throughout the whole box and has the animals displayed on the top of it as well. I'm pretty sure these were first made in around 2010. I know this one was made in 2011, and the Hector, the Otter, the specific model that I have was made in 2012. So this one is older than the Otter, but I'm pretty sure they were made around the same time for the same period of time as well. Maybe the playset was made for a shorter period of time, but the Raccoon was only distributed as the playset, and then the Otter was only distributed as the single plane. And the single plane was more common than the playset to get, and over time the playset has actually become a little bit more rare. And personally, I do like the Raccoon one better than the Otter. So that pretty much is all the information for this playset. So starting off with a review of the top of the box, you have all the animals displayed neatly throughout the kind of top of the box. So the grizzly bear, lynx, the sea otter, fox, penguins, raccoon, and the mountain goat. And also there is the little polar bears on the tail of the A319 on the catering truck. And then the very top of the playset has the die-cast metal, authentic details, plastic parts, and then the nice silver Frontier, their old logo. And then on the bottom, there is the Daron logo, die-cast metal, authentic details, and plastic parts, as well as the really nicely displayed stock image, kind of the whole playset. And on the box, there is the really nicely detailed box art image. This is honestly one of my favorites. It's really nicely detailed, especially considering that the box has the green background. And also it has the really cute little raccoon kind of on the tree, on the tail. And it has the really nicely detailed silver Frontier logo displayed throughout the whole fuselage, and then all of the playset vehicles displayed on there as well. And then there is the other stuff that's usually on all the playsets, except for Kingfisher, in my last video. The Daron logo, and then all of the trademark stuff. So there actually is a little price tag from where this playset was originally bought. The playset was originally listed for $18. which now I think playsets, these playsets have gone up to around $22, between 20 and 25. So they were a little cheaper back then, and it has the Frontirr playset and kind of a little item number on it. So that pretty much is the whole review for the box. So it definitely is my favorite version of the three Frontirr models, and out of all the playset boxes. This one is actually pretty similar to the newest version of the Frontirr model, which is the Spot the Jaguar. The green is exactly the same on it. The box is relatively similar. I wonder if Daron kind of designed it to look similar to their older playset box, as the new single plane box, and as well as the small playset that the newest model comes in. So, well, that is pretty much the whole review for the box. So like usual, I will pause the video real quick and take out the playset. So here is the Frontirr Crockett the Raccoon playset with the plane and all of the vehicles. I do not have the signs because they are the same signs that come in pretty much all of the new playsets now. So here's the plane and all of the vehicles. So I definitely think that this is one of my favorite playsets, considering that it's really nicely detailed with all the different kinds of animals and stuff. I really like how Realtoy designed it. And I really wish there was a newer version of the Frontirr playset like this, with all the different kinds of animals that were on the tail liveries of the Frontirr Airlines planes. And it kind of is disappointing that this is a relatively rare playset, considering that it is a really nice one. I definitely think this would have been great for kids, you know, when it was first came out and stuff, considering it had all the different animals displayed on it. So, but anyway, so getting into the review of the plane. So, overall, this is definitely my favorite version of the Frontirr models. The other two are really nice, but I definitely do like the Raccoon the best. There is a newer version of the Frontirr Crockett the Raccoon. It is livery design, an updated livery on the A321. So once again, it's still not on an A320, even though the mold for these planes are an A320. But the newer livery is nice, but I kind of do like the older livery better, especially since the Raccoon, the picture they used on this tail is a really cute picture, with the kind of baby raccoon on the tree. It's a really, really cute picture. So, so starting off with a review of the front of the plane. So pretty much, there is nothing really towards the cockpit. Really just the main design part of this plane is the silver Frontirr logo that runs throughout the entire section of the fuselage. And then there is the nice dark green, a whole different animal on it, which basically would mean that every single plane that Frontirr had, every livery had a different animal on the tail. So, and they still do have, there is not a single Frontirr Airlines plane that has two planes with the same animal on it. Every single picture on the Frontirr Airlines aircraft do have a different animal on it, which is something I really like about the airline, and how every livery is pretty much different, so you're not always seeing the same thing. I do wish more airlines did that, and then there are the nice light green Frontirr engines, and then obviously there is the really nice picture of the Crockett the Raccoon, kind of clinging onto the tree on the tail. So, this was a really kind of more iconic Realtoy model for the pictures and stuff, especially the Hector the Sea Otter, which was the other version of this. I do like Hector the Sea Otter too, but I kind of do like the Raccoon livery better. But they do look nice next to each other. Something I do wish Realtoy did was put the registration numbers on these planes. Considering that it was a real livery for Frontirr and they did have registration numbers, I kind of wish Realtoy Daron designed it to have the registration number on it. Considering that they didn't have registration numbers, I do not remember what the registration number was for Crockett the Raccoon A319. I think it was N923FR, something like that. For when I looked it up before, I forgot to write it down. And then also on the plane, there are the really nice white winglets, wingtips that go along with the other part of the fuselage. So overall, relatively simply designed. It really only has about 4 different characteristics to it, or 5 actually, if you want to include the winglets. But still is really nicely designed, and one of my favorite A320 models, especially with the Raccoon displayed on the tail. So overall is a really nicely displayed model. So moving on to the vehicles, so I guess I will start off with the catering truck. So both sides of the catering truck actually are different. Each side has a different animal on the tail, which is actually something I did not know. I thought I have seen some review videos of this playset, but for some reason I never did notice that it was a different animal on the right side of the catering truck. So there is a walrus on the tail of the Frontirr A319 on the right side, and then on the left side there is the polar bears. So really nicely designed, with both of the stickers can be double-sided, and both of them have the different animals on it. I kind of thought it would have been the mountain goat, considering that's what was displayed on the box, instead of the walrus, because the walrus isn't displayed anywhere on the box. But the goat is not actually included in any part of the playset, which is kind of odd, considering it's on the box, and every other animal on the box is displayed somewhere within the playset. And then, of course, the Otter is on the other Frontirr A319. So overall, the catering truck is really nice with the Frontirr Airlines, their older silver logo displayed on both of the doors and on the front of the truck. And then with the nice kind of, to me, looks like kind of like an oil painting on the sides of the stickers on the catering truck with the 2 different Frontirr A319 liveries. So moving on to the cart, so the cargo cart. This one is relatively simple, pretty much just all white with the silver Frontirr Airlines logo displayed on the hood of it, and then on the sides of it as well, and on the back. So 4 times it is listed throughout the thing. Relatively simple, but does go along with the whole playset. And are these always supposed to be wobbly? I don't know. Anyway, moving on to the cargo carts. So both of these are also double-sided as well, with the grizzly bear and lynx listed or displayed on the right side of the carts, and then on the left side there is the fox and the penguins. So overall, I really do like these. They really go along with the whole playset, and I love how they are double-sided as well with the different animals on it, and they also did include the cute little pictures of the animals as well. So overall, really nicely detailed. One of the most detailed playsets as well. I really do like. Once again, this is one of my favorite playsets. Unfortunately, I do wish this version came with the tow tug, because I know the other version that is a little bit more simple design does come with the tow tug, and this one doesn't. But overall, it's a really nicely playset. If you do see it on eBay, I highly suggest that you get it, because this is a really nicely designed Realtoy Daron playset. So. Well, that pretty much is all of the review for today's video. So thank you so much for watching, and remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.